Now, moving ahead, next topic for today's session is innovation and entrepreneurship. Innovation and entrepreneurship are the key drivers in the today's engineering world. For sustainable entrepreneurship, innovation is necessary.
Abhijit.
Innovation and entrepreneurship goes in hand. To speak on this topic, today we have successful entrepreneur with us, Mr. Rahul Bajait, co-founder and CEO MAXIMESS Private Limited India. Let me introduce him. Sir has 14 plus years of experience in IT industry with an initial valuable stint of career at Infosys Ltd. He is co-founder and CEO of MAXIMESS since its inception in 2009. With the team of 80 plus employees, MAXIMESS provides cutting-edge IT solutions in the domain of enterprise automation, product engineering, and artificial intelligence to its clients across globe. Sir has played a key role in establishing of Institute at autonomous division at MAXIMESS dedicated to technology solutions in education domain. He has proved ability in developing innovative strategies for business and executing expansion of the organization. He is well versed with operations, manpower development, and resource management and process management. Proficient in strategizing and leading development of various functions and divisions of the organization. He is also an active member of leadership team of city-based NGO Sampark, which is an indigenized business networking platform for more than 200 SMEs in Nagpur. Currently, he is handling position of secretary in Maharana Pratap Sampark Work, a central Nagpur chapter of Sampark with more than 70 members SMEs. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and giving time for this seminar. Thank you. Please start your session.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Baba, sir. Let me share my presentation. Okay, here it goes. Can you acknowledge if I am properly audible and my presentation is visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me start. Friends, I am Rahul Bajait, and a very good morning to you all. This good morning is from the city of Nagpur, a COVID red zone area, to an institution in another COVID red zone area. And friends, I think in this tough time, I should really appreciate the efforts of organizers that you are continuing this noble mission of knowledge sharing. And at the outset, I really thank you all organizers for giving me this opportunity to put my thoughts forward in this symposium. So moving ahead, okay, this is an introduction slide. It is already covered. Friends, my topic today is innovation and entrepreneurship. And as we all know, both the terms are very comprehensive terms. The ambit of their meaning is very broad. And, to speak on them in a very stipulated time of 30 minutes is a real challenge. However, I will try my best to cover some important aspects of this topic and do justice to this talk. So, to start with, friends, what is innovation? I would like to start with innovation. Now, this symposium is on its third day, And I'm sure that last 2 days we all must have had very good coverage on this topic. So I won't discuss much on this topic. I would simply like to put forward what is my interpretation of this term innovation. So, friends, we we are aware about these terms, discovery and invention. And these two terms are different and similar, but they are different in their meaning. Discovery is something that we get to know which already exists, and invention is something that we build something useful on the top of our existing knowledge and existing resources. So, normally, friends, science is discovered and technology is invented. And engineering is the application of science and technology towards some real life use. So, friends, all these terms comes under the ambit of innovation. So, what is the definition of innovation? There are many definition of innovation is available. If you browse the internet, you will find ample of definitions you will find there. But the one which connects me most is this. So for me, the innovation is anything that reduces efforts, time, money, or increases convenience is an innovation. So let me repeat the definition. Anything that reduces efforts, time, money, or increases convenience is innovation. So friends, today in this presentation, I would like to highlight one of the very important aspect that is associated with innovation, and that aspect is innovations are contagious. Yes, friends, innovations are contagious. What does that mean? That means one innovation leads to second innovation leads to third, and the permutation and combination of innovations lead to further bigger set of innovations and modern set of innovations. And that is how the journey of innovation continues. Just to underline this fact, I would like to show you all a video. So let me put on the video on for everyone. Here it goes.
Fire. Our first true piece of technology. Such a very long time ago. It was a gift from the Titan Prometheus. A gift that he stole from the gods, who were terrified of what we might do with it were it to fall into our hairy little paws. Which begs the question, what have we done with it? 100,000 BC, stone tools. 4,000 BC, the wheel. 800 BC, sundial. 9th century AD, gunpowder. 1441, the printing press. 19th century, steam engine, railway, eureka, the light bulb. 20th century, the automobile, television, nuclear weapons, spacecraft, internet. All because he gave us fire. Our first true piece of technology. We wield incredible power. Power to transform, to destroy, and to create again. Which leads to an obvious conclusion. We are the gods now.
Okay, friends. So we all have seen this video, and this video indicates how very fundamental innovation like fire collaborated with further set of innovations has led humanity to the latest innovation like spacecraft, and that is what is the nature of innovation, friends. Uh, so this evolution of innovations, the the further number of innovations happening on the base of the earlier innovations, it forms a kind of a chain reaction. And just I would like to show this diagram to you all, which symbolizes the journey of innovation. This is not the exact diagram or exact journey of innovation, but just it symbolizes the innovation and its journey. So, friends, in this diagram, at the rightmost side, the green block that represents 20 years back from now. So, we are standing at 2020. So, this block represents the last 20 years. The blue block represents last century. Yellow block represents 1,000 years before last century, and the sky blue block represents 10,000 years before that. The point which I wanted to convey through this diagram is, friends, the number of innovations happened in this initial 10,000 years, where less than those happened in the 1,000 years after that. And similarly, the number of innovations happened in last century were much higher and sophisticated, modern than those happened together in 1,000 years before that. And friends, me, you, and we all will agree, how the innovations those have entered in our life last 20 years has transformed our life if we compare it with last century altogether. So, friends, what exactly it indicates? It indicates that in terms of innovations for humanity, we are standing on a kind of tipping point. So what exactly tipping point means what exactly this sentence means is like, friends, the number of innovations, those will come to our life in the future, in near future, will be much more in magnitude, and they will come much faster than we expect. And this is a fact I would continue to discuss in the latter part of my presentation. So that was a bit about innovation from my end. Now I would like to switch to entrepreneurship. What is this term entrepreneurship? Now entrepreneurship also has many definitions, but in the context of the topic that we are discussing today, the most relevant definition I found about entrepreneurship is this. So entrepreneurship is to recognize the commercial potential of innovations and organize the capital, talent, and other resources to turn it into a commercially viable solution in the form of services or products for its customers. So friends, every innovation opens the door for multiple entrepreneurship projects around same. One can plan a product, one can plan services, and ultimately one can plan some solutions for its customers based on the innovation. So ultimately, friends, what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is a way through which benefits of innovations are passed on to society. To illustrate this, I would like to take an example, and I'm taking the example of IT industry because I belong to this industry and I understand this industry a little better than other industries. So, friends, here is again a symbolic timeline of IT industry. I have just given a few examples as a representation. So, IT industry is approximately 50 years old industry. And back in 80s, with the innovation of mainframe, the companies like IBM, Infosys, and TCS got flourished. Similarly, later in 90s, the companies like Apple, Microsoft started ruling world with the innovation of personal computer. And in the same decade, approx in 1995 around, with the introduction of Windows operating system by Microsoft, there was a boom related to desktop-based software, businesses. So the businesses like Tally and ERP businesses like SAP and many other ERP businesses, they got grown based on this innovation. And at the same time, there were many desktop software development companies emerged, which started offering their services based on this innovation. Latter 2000 onwards, with the rise of internet, the digital industry has seen one superpower in the form of Google, and the company like Wikipedia, which is a social knowledge contribution platform. So these platforms emerged with the rise of internet, and at the same time, this innovation paved the way for website development companies to offer their services. Later, with the increased speed of internet in the form of 2G, 3G, we saw the emergence of brands like Flipkart, Amazon, YouTube, and there were also the service provider companies which started providing the service of social media optimization, because social media also emerged with this innovation. Later 2010 onwards, with the rise of mobility, we saw new success stories. We saw success stories like WhatsApp, Paytm, and we also had the bunch of service companies which started offering mobile app development services. And latest 2015 onwards, friends, with the further increase in speed of internet in the form of 4G, we are seeing the latest success stories like TikTok, PUBG, and many more are there. So, friends, this is just a small example, small analogy I wanted to give it to you all, that how one innovation leads to multiple success stories in the world, and apart from that, multiple entrepreneurship projects. And this is the relationship of innovation and entrepreneurship, how they are tightly related with each other. Now, friends, the question is, what next? What is 2020 onwards? And there are many possibilities out there. So we will discuss some of the possibilities. And before that, I would like to show you one more video that talks about how is the upcoming change would be. So let me play that video.
Once upon a time, business as usual was often good enough. No more. Where we are going, good enough is dead. In a world where everything is connected, where everything is equally excellent, where performance is reaching perfection, there's only one space left to innovate in. You. Right now, you are a central point in the raging tornado of change fueled by digitization, mobilization, augmentation, disintermediation, automation. Well, the list goes on. Science fiction is becoming science fact. Think about self-driving cars or computers that can learn and think. The way we work will never be the same. The skills we need will be dramatically different. Winning or losing are now happening faster than ever before. So what's your response? How will you discover new opportunities in one of the most transformational times in human history? Are you driving change, or are you being driven by it? Disruption has become the new normal. With change, it's always gradually, then suddenly, well, things really have stopped happening gradually. This change is exponential. Everything that used to be dumb and disconnected is now wired and intelligent. Cars, cities, ports, farms, even our bodies will be wired with sensors and will talk to each other. These game changers are also combinatorial. They amplify each other, creating a perfect storm of change. Quantum computing fuels big data. The Internet of Things fuels artificial intelligence and deep learning, which fuels robotics. However, anything that cannot...
Okay, friends. So I would like to stop this video here because it's a very long video. The message is very clear, friends, from this video. The message is that yes, we are standing on a tipping point where the change that is coming, that will be served to us in the near future, is much dynamic. So that means the innovations those are coming to our lives would be much more in magnitude, and they will come much faster than we expect. And we have to be ready with this for this situation. So, friends, as I said earlier, the innovation is contagious. So the innovations in one engineering stream, they are collaborating with innovations in other engineering streams, and that way forming the new set of innovations. So the possibilities are really huge. Even probably one will not be able to discuss all of them at once. So just to give a glimpse of it, I will cover a few possibilities as a representation towards those. So friends, in IT industry, the next wave that is coming is the next revolution that is coming is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has many applications, including business intelligence, predictive analytics, and natural language interactivity. Now, friends, you club electronics to software. It gives rise to the IoT revolution, the IoT industry. Friends, a few years back, the very first smart term that we heard was a smartphone. And immediately after that, we heard the term smart city. And friends, conceptually, these two terms are they represent the two extremes of smart ecosystem. So at one extreme, there is a smart device, and at another extreme, there is a smart space. And there is a lot of void, friends, in these two terms, smartphone and smart city. And now this void is being filled up with a lot of smart devices coming in, and a lot of spaces, becoming smarter than earlier. So, and this void will continue to get filled in much more magnitude in the coming time. You add one more element, the element of mechanical to this, and we have the immense opportunity in the robotics area. Roomba, Mowgli, driverless cars are the few examples of robotics. Yes, driverless cars is an example of robotics. We add one more element, that is aeronautics, and here is one more huge possibility that is there with drones. So drones, we have already started commercially using drones for many purposes, and for ample of further purposes, they will be used in the near future. So they have applications in photo shooting, firefighting, agriculture, delivery, and even, friends, yes, drone cars, or we can say hovercrafts. That would be the reality probably soon in the near future. The next element that will merge into it will be the biointegrability. So, friends, what is meant by biointegrability? So it is majorly about the integrability of sensors with the biological forms. It can be plants, it can be animals, and it can be human as well. So just to give an example, there are some hospitals. They are using some sensors which are installed on their patient's body, through which they monitor the health of the patient, even they discharge that patient from the hospital. And this experiment is going in some of the hospitals. Friends, it is also predicted that there might be a time soon in near future, or we cannot define the timeline exactly when that would be, but probably there might be, whenever a baby is born, he might get injected with some sensors in his body, which will be, leveraged for his security, for his health monitoring, lifelong, and this could be the reality soon. And friends, yes, so that is that is all about biointegrability. So these were just the symbolic representation of the possibilities, and I know apart from this there are enormous possibilities out there. So what is the conclusion? So friends, the conclusion is the number of innovations will be coming to our life would be enormous. We should be party to it. Either we should be party to invent or innovate, and we should be at least party to observe them. What are all the innovations happening around the world? And second, how we can build a good entrepreneurship project around that. Who knows, friends, you will be the next success story. And on that note, I would like to rest my presentation today here. I hope it was a useful one. And now, if time permits, probably can take a couple of questions if time permits. So over to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful session.
Thank
It
you.
was a good combination of presentation and video. Just I will summarize